Good morning, happy Manic Monday. So I've been running around getting some paperwork notarized for my daughter because she's going to state music contest like tomorrow or Wednesday. I can't remember which day. And then there's something on Saturday as well. So thankfully we have a notary in our building downstairs in central office. So I got that taken care of. She also needed a copy of the front and back of her insurance card. Thankfully I had that with me. But she has her driver's license because she drove to school, and she needs a copy of that. So she's like, how am I supposed to do that? I'm like, make a copy of it at your school. Give it to your teacher and have her make a copy of it. You have to have that. It's required. It's a photo ID. Proves that you're you. Anyway, I wanted to show you this really cool resource that I got a little while back, and we are starting subtraction in our Power Hour groups for the next probably 3 weeks. And it's wonderful for beginning subtraction. So if you have kids that are struggling, I would highly recommend this. It's a first grade packet, but it goes through the basic strategies of subtraction and kind of helps them get some number sense. So I thought I would show it to you and share it below in the links so you could check it out yourself. And it's by Susan Jones, who has amazing resources anyway. So I'm sure you know it's going to be great. She has an addition packet as well. I just bought the bundle because I knew I would use it. So let me show you that before I do anything else. Okay, this is the subtraction portion called What's the Difference? And it's just got all kinds of great things in it. Here, I'll just show you this. Look, story problems, hands-on practice, number line, counting back, the missing number, some board games, a sort, and a color by difference. So this is like you could have them write the room or math around the room. And there's the recording sheet. Then story problems, which I will be going into with this group next week. Then we've got this cool activity where they build the numbers and then they can visualize, they can actually see the actual subtraction happening with cubes, like Unifix cubes, and then using a number line. And I actually showed the BrainPop Junior on subtraction facts, the basic subtraction, and it talks about all these strategies. So I started my lesson with that. After that, we did this number line page, and then we checked it. And then we did this counting back page, which was really cool because it teaches the kids to put the dots for the number you're subtracting off. So put 8 dots, and then you just count back 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12. Your answer is 12. So I did that with every single one of them to practice it after they already got the answer so we could check it. Then we have the missing number with part whole, which is great. Then some board games, which are spinner games. I love these. We'll be doing these too. So they spin and they roll a die and they subtract the number on the die from whatever they spun. So you need a paper clip, a die, and something to color with. Or you could even print it on colored paper and have them cover it with some kind of counter or something. Then we have a race to the finish board game. And then coloring by the difference. Sorting. There's the color by the difference. It's pretty comprehensive. All right. I just had to share that resource before I forgot about it. Let me show you my outfit. I've worn this before. It's just a long dress from Walmart that I got for my birthday on my little birthday shopping spree. I have some black boots on. There's some black leggings underneath, which you probably can't even really see that much. I have a whole bunch of bracelets from, I think it's a combination of Maurice's and Cato. I just got chunky bracelets on because I'm not wearing a necklace. I have these earrings. I think these came from Walmart. And then this ring came from, I think, it's either Cato or Maurice's. I've had this for a while, so I don't remember exactly. My hair is a little flat because it's rainy today, but it's not horrible, I guess. Whatever. It'll work. I had a really hard time getting up today. I'm just going to be honest. Really hard time. Was kind of like, I don't know how I'm going to do this today. You ever get up and you're just like, I cannot visualize myself being at work today. I can't see it. I had to come, of course, because you can't just not go to work. But here I am. I'm going to show you my outfit, then I'm going to get back to work, preparing things for the rest of the week, and eat the rest of my breakfast before the kids have to be picked up from music. I thought about putting a belt on this, but I kind of like how it's flowy. It's very loose and comfortable, so I thought, comfort is key today, especially when I'm really tired, and it's gross outside. It's supposed to rain all day, so we'll have inside recess in our classrooms. That's never good. So I'm trying to think of something cool they can do, but I might just do like a watch, think, color or something. I don't know. I want to show you the scoreboard that I made because, you know, my plight last week was the custodian erased everything, which is weird because she's never done that before, so I don't know why she did it. But she did. The board looks nice and clean. So here's my scoreboard right here. Yes, I used my Bitmoji. I thought that would be kind of cute for students versus teacher. So we'll be keeping track with dry erase markers today. I haven't started yet because I haven't really had them. I mean, they come in for about 15 minutes in the morning and they read and they take an AR quiz and then they go to math interventions, which is what we call power hour. And then I don't see them again because I take them to specials and they're gone for another 50 minutes. So I see them, like I said, for about 15 minutes until they come back from specials at 9:40. And then I have them until lunchtime, so which is noon. All right, I'm eating some of my turkey sausage breakfast burrito, drinking my lovely caramel iced coffee that I've kind of gotten into the caramel kick. I was a mocha girl forever and ever. I think I kind of get tired of it. I still like it. It's still, I'll probably go back to it because I'll get tired of this, but the caramel iced coffee is really tasting really good lately. I always bring a big thing of water too. And I didn't even know I had this. This came from a student like probably 4 or 5 years ago. I found it in my garage when I was cleaning stuff out. Because I tend to bring home all of my Christmas gifts in a box when I come home for Christmas break. And I set it there and then sometimes I don't look at it again for a while, which is pretty silly. But that's kind of what happened with that. It was in a nice little box. And I looked at it and went, oh, that's really cool. I just kind of left it there. So it was a nice little surprise. We're going to be doing Kahoot tomorrow for Power Hour because I found some really good subtraction ones. If you've never been on Kahoot, I highly recommend it. It's got great quizzes and you can make your own. I made a lot in first grade for spelling and the kids loved it. So I need to make sure and let all the other teachers know that the students that come to me and my partner need to bring iPads because I don't have enough for everyone. I have 11, but that's not even enough for all the kids that I have in my group. So they will need to send iPads with their kids. That'll be great. And then we have our field trip on Wednesday. So we're going to a neighboring city that has a nature center to learn about echolocation with bats, which would be really cool. There's also like a nature hike. There's a little museum we can go through. They get to have lunch in the park there and they can play. So I think, honestly, it sounds like this field trip is going to be more relaxing than the first grade field trip has been. The first grade field trip goes twice as far, so it takes longer to get there and longer to get back, so less time for the kids to actually do things. So I feel like this time the kids might actually get to enjoy it more because they'll get to spend more time actually on the field trip rather than riding on the bus. It's very exciting to me. So we won't have Power Hour on Wednesday because we won't be here. And then Thursday we're going to do a watch, think, color. That will be a bat. It's a counting on and counting back. I might actually modify it to just be a counting back because I can change the slides I think I may do that if I have time. If not, I'm just going to leave it because it doesn't hurt for them to count on also. That's also a subtraction strategy. I showed them that today. And then we don't have Power Hour on Fridays. What else are we doing this week? We're starting Chapter 4 in Go Math, which is double-digit addition without regrouping to start with, and then we go into regrouping. So I don't think they use the standard algorithm yet. I did teach the Power Hour group that I had last, the standard algorithm. We did that a few times because there were some little sneaky regrouping problems that jumped into some of our double-digit addition, and I wanted to show them how to do it. And several of them did get it eventually, but some of them were just like, well, what are you doing with that one? Like, why are you taking the one over there? I'm like, well, because we're just mixing, we're resorting the ones with the ones and the tens with the tens. That's all you're doing. You're moving the tens over in the tens pile and keeping the ones in the ones pile because you have to add ones and ones and tens and tens. And they're like, I'm like, okay, it's all right. This is just introduction. It's all right. You'll get lots of practice on this, I promise. So I'm looking at my lesson plans if you're wondering where my face is going. We're going to be trying to finish up our study of bats this week because then on Thursday, after all of the bat hoopla of the field trip, we're going to be learning about turkeys. So that's going to be exciting. So I'm going to be reading some bat books, a National Geographic book about bats and a Time for Kids book about bats. And then working on those fact files with the bats. Let me show you what that is. These, just like we did with the spiders, except this time I'm thinking I'm going to have them cut and glue first and put their book together and then go back and add the details into the book, because I found out that when you have them just write and then cut and put it together over several days, they lose everything. Even though I gave them bags to put their pieces in, they still lost half of their things. So I think I'll have them cut the first page out and then glue it onto the cover. Okay, now turn the page, friends. Cut this page out, and we're going to glue this here and glue this here. Now this one doesn't get glued. We might glue it this time because some of the things I may not use, honestly. Like this, what do you know about bats? We might just skip that. Yeah, might just skip it. Because I think I might just, instead of having the pocket, I might just have them glue the fact cards onto their page instead of that. So I think that'll work fine. I need to make one so I can show them what it will look like. Yeah. Then the definitions, I'm just going to have them cut around the edges of this and take the whole page and glue it on. Less cutting and less losing of things. Yeah, and then we won't even need this page. I don't think we're going to need it at all. The easier the better, right? Yes. And I would like to get like a picture, a diagram of a bat. I bet there's one in one of my other many bat resources. Probably in my my Reagan Tunstall bat thing, which that would have been really cool. It actually like opens up and looks like a bat with the wings and everything, but I just did not have time to get that prepared. Everything just is taking longer than I anticipated. Plus we had a lot of interruptions with this, that, and the other with Halloween and programs and all kinds of stuff. So it's okay. They're still learning about bats. They don't have to do the hoopla thing just to learn about bats. It was really cool though. And I will do it eventually. Someday with some class. I've done it once. But, you know, that's just kind of how it goes. You got to prioritize, right? The important thing is the learning, not the fancy showing of the learning. Oh, I didn't get to show you my counter, I don't think. So I kind of junked it up just now. But, here, let me move some stuff so it doesn't look so junky. All right, look at my counter. I think I may have showed you that on Friday, but look. Ooh. Ah, so much better. And these are the kids' pencil pouches. They are going to get those back when they come back from wherever I took them. Music. Yeah. But doesn't it look so much better? It's just, the visual clutter makes mental clutter. It really does. I firmly believe that. Like, it weighs on your mind and just makes you go, ugh, it makes you feel stressed out. So yeah, our instructional coach is really awesome. Like what she's sending home with the kids. Subtraction strategies. How amazing is that? So the parents can help their kids at home. Yes, please. Okay, let me put this over here. Junk up my counter some more. So I need to cut these things out and glue them into my folded up black construction paper so that I can have a visual for the students. Then they can go back and they can work on it. They can color the pictures, like they can color this, and then we can fill stuff in together. Yay. Excited. It is 9:24, so I have about don't know, 11 minutes. Yeah, ish, before I need to start thinking about leaving again. Maybe 15. Yeah, it's okay. I can get it done because I can pick at that. And I'm supposed to give a dyslexia screener, which actually it's a phonics screener, but you can use it for dyslexia. I'm supposed to give it to a high student and a low student this week so that we can compare the data on Friday in our PLCs. So I've got my little I've got my recording sheet, you know, where you track what the answers are. My data sheet, I guess. I've got those copied, and I have the materials that the students look at to give me the answers from, like, what is this word and what is this word, blah, blah, blah. So I just got to look through it and become familiar with it because I want to do one today and one tomorrow so I have a chance to be done with it, because Wednesday, like I said, is our field trip, and then Thursday will probably be catch up and wacky day because we have literacy. We have our literacy consultant coming on Thursday, so I'm going to be out for 2 hours. And that's during my reading block time. Of course it is. So I want to get it done early so I don't have to stress over it. So if I mess up, I mess up. It's just a practice, really, and it's time to give us a baseline of stuff. So I'm not going to worry about it. I mean, it's very similar to the Ames web testing that we used to do. If any of you are familiar with that, you know what I mean. And the language is very similar. And I think they actually took the language from the Ames web testing, because when I saw a video of it, when someone was showing us the test, I went, oh, that sounds just like Ames web. We used to do that a lot. So I'm going to get myself back together and get some things done, and I'll try to pop in later and let you know how things are going. I have car duty today, so the stress of having all of the bodies in my classroom is now gone for a while, and I don't have late buses until later in the year. So I will have car duty for the whole month of November, and then I think I go to early morning duty. Maybe. I'll have to look at my schedule. I'm only worried about this week right now, honestly. I know all of November I have car duty, so I need to remember to bring my jacket because it is chilly out, possibly my umbrella, which is right over there, and maybe my sunglasses just in case it's a little sunny at that point, which it probably won't be, but yeah. Okay, I'm going to quit babbling and move on, and I'll see you later. Hi, it is recess time, and you don't hear the kids because we finally got to go in the gym for recess. Yay. So excited. That was really good. I was like, oh, bless you. I actually sent a reply to the email saying bless you to the AP for letting us do that, because second grade always gets stuck with recess in your classroom, and these kids need to get out of here and do something different. Yes, indeed. So I sent a subtraction freebie to one of my partner teachers, and there was nothing in the attachment. When I looked at mine, there was nothing there either. So I don't even remember what it was because I did it on like Friday, I think. So I don't know what it was. So I'm looking on my Pinterest page for a turkey subtraction trying to find it, and I have no idea what it was. So I don't know. Who knows? I'm actually eating lunch. This is Hawaiian chicken, one of those healthy choice steamer meals. And class versus teacher, I have 9 and they have 1. And that's just from math. Just from math, which was like half an hour. I have 9 already. So I went working on self-control as our character trait, which is a great thing for them to try to have. And I said, oh, friends, I know you can do better. I know you can. So you just need to try harder. But yeah, it's rainy and stuff today, but that's no excuse to do that. There really isn't. Not in second grade. Maybe in kindergarten. But by the time they've been here for 2 years, this is their 3rd year here, and we've been here 52 days in school. 53 now, I think. Nope. I don't think so. You know, it might have been. Maybe I found the thing I was looking for. I don't know. We'll see. My team teacher that I was talking about giving the subtraction freebie to, she has the low kiddos. This might have been it. This would be good. I don't know what I did, but it just didn't work. So I'm re-downloading it from Google to see if it works. We started on our bat books. Remember I said I was going to have them cut and glue first? So look at this. We also labeled, or whoop, that friend lost a fact card out of here because they need to cut more stuff. Okay, that wasn't a good example. That one did not get finished. Okay, here's, and one of my friends glued on the back instead of the front, even though I gave them the front. How do you do that? Why do you flip it over when I've told you this is the side you glue on? Why would you do that? I don't know, this little friend needs to do during ketchup and pickles time, needs to work on theirs. Most of them, however, did a very fine job. So we have all about bats. The lighting over here is not so great. We can get over here a little bit more. And then inside we have the life cycle and our facts, which are down in there. You can't really see them in the kinds. And then we haven't done the back. The back is the only thing they need to cut and glue, and that would be the vocabulary words. So I can show you mine because I got mine done really quick while they were doing iReady. And then I let them do Prodigy, all of them, because they didn't get to do it. They didn't get to do Prodigy at all last week because of this, that, and the other. Okay, here's mine. And I told them they could go back in color. So that's what they'll be doing during ketchup and pickles time today after they do their AR reading. That, and then the collection pocket. The back side will be vocabulary. Yeah, so I kind of want to get it done today, honestly. Kind of want to do it today. That way tomorrow we can work on the writing part. That'll be good. And I told them, if you see Chiroptera, hand wing, bats are their own classification. I always thought they were related to the rodents. I thought they were a rodent, and they're not. They have been classified as their own thing because they are the only mammals that fly. And they have very thin bones, which is different than other mammals. So they're a special classification called Chiroptera, which literally means hand wing. So the kids thought that was really super cool. So I corrected my error because I told them that they were rodents. They're related to rabbits and things. I was like, wait. Mrs. Bond did some more research and found out that was incorrect. So let me set you straight, my friends. My kids. My microwave said 3 o'clock. I went, what? Wow, the day went fast, friends. Super fast. I forgot to get my kids. Oops. No, it is 12:42. Well, so I will have to be getting my students very soon. So I'm probably going to snarf down some of this. Probably not all of it because I'm not super hungry. I can save some of it for tomorrow maybe. Or after school. Like I said, I have car duty. And I'll be done with that fairly soon. I think you're done with car duty about 3:15. We go out there about 5 till 3. Takes 15-20 minutes to get all the kiddos through the car line, and then we can come back to our classrooms and do things that we need to do. And Caitlin will be here probably by then because she gets to leave early now. Their new principal this year, she was the assistant principal before. She's head principal now. She told the seniors, I think it was just seniors, that if they missed less than 2 days in first quarter and their grades were at a certain percentage, like 90 or something, that during their last hour of the day, which is called, I don't remember, it's like a study hall, that they could leave during that time and go home. They could leave early as a reward for great attendance. So it's a really good incentive. Kids love to leave school early. Oh yeah. So when Caitlin has had a car and I've had a car, she's been able to just take off, not have to wait for me. Yay. So that's really nice, but she has to wait for me today because there was no point in taking 2 cars. It's double the gas money. I mean, we're spending lots of money on gas a month as it is, with both of my husband and I going opposite directions from our home. We both work about 30 miles away from our home. So you can imagine the gas every week for 2 cars and sometimes for 3. So we're trying to be, my hair's crazy. We're trying to be as economical as possible with the gas. I mean, sometimes we're going to have 3 cars because her schedule is whack. And my schedule's whack and it just doesn't work. But for the most part, we try to just carpool ourselves. It's time to get kids from recess. And save money that way a little bit because it's plenty of money as is. Okay, I should probably go get my munchkins. We are going to be reading, can't see it from over here. We're reading Turk and Runt. And then we'll be reading a nonfiction about turkeys. Yes, turkeys. Sorry, I'm very distracted right now, apparently. Trying to get all these things back in the folder because they're everywhere on my desktop and I don't like the mess that I'm seeing. So, oh goodness. Okay. Well, there. Oh, that's so much better. Yeah. Anyway, so yes, I'm going to be reading a nonfiction turkey story and a fiction turkey story. Yes. And then maybe we can compare and contrast the two. I think that's one of the things in the Rooted in Reading deal that I'm going to be doing. But I had to download. I had to close that out when I closed my computer down last night to restart it. So let me find it here. It's part of the Amy. I'm really not making sense. It's part of the Amy Lemons Rooted in Reading. Amy Lemons and Katie King. Turk and Runt. by Lisa Wheeler. Today we are talking about graceful and orchard. What can you infer about the text based on what you see? What are your predictions? I don't even know if I have this printed out. I should probably print this out before I go get the kids, because I wanted them to see the book. Supposed to be talking about adjectives and adverbs this week too, so that's good. I like that there's a grammar component, so I don't skip it. All right, I'm going to go and get my kids, and I'll try to check back in with you later in the day.